The mailman delivered this ginormous subscribe and save box this morning. And yes, it came like that with the tape broke and the, you know, cardboard messed up. I don't know what they are thinking. It's got cat food in it and then other small stuff too. And that is just not a great packing job. It's like a tropical rainforest out here this morning. Mosquitoes are biting. But I give my kitty some glove, some brushing, some loving this morning anyway. Didn't I, Tux? Hey, Gray. Hey, Gray. We're getting going. And right now, the sky is cooperating. Don has a small amount of electrical work to do to get the garage air conditioner going.
I want to put a new plug on it.
Yeah. And Don says he wants to work on the stairs today. That's mostly an under the carport thing. So if it sprinkles on and off, who cares?
Yeah, I have to build one step, which is analogous to building a box. So I can do that under the carport, and I'm getting rained on.
Yeah, I hear a drip drop now. I got my camera in the back of Ruby. I thought...
I don't think you're going to stop right now.
I would put it out and get some hawk footage. I'm going to be really disappointed if I miss 2 days in a row. Yesterday there was... not possible. Yeah, we'll see.
Well,
I'll be hopeful. I want to get, even if I only get 10 minutes and I check in on them, that's good.
Yeah, well, I got 10 minutes ago, the sun was shining.
Right. It's just, it's humid out here, folks. The mosquitoes were biting me while I was brushing down Tux and Gray this morning. It really feels like North Carolina tropical conditions now.
You would think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't be gone long.
Alrighty. You got my phone.
And my guys say they're ready. Apparently it's National Burger Day. Yeah, so I informed them that they get burgers for dinner. Burgers are not my favorite. And the waffles aren't hard, but they do take a little effort to make. So, but for my guys and for National Burger Day, we're going to have burgers tonight.
I'm liking the sound of that.
I stopped here at Trinity Episcopal to battle the gym, and I was admiring the southern magnolia tree over here in the parking area. Very pretty. Smells good too. It'll really look pretty in a few more days because there's a lot more blooms to open. There's Ruby. Well, it did rain for a minute while I was gone, but it's not raining now. So I'm gonna set up my camera and hope for the best. I only saw one hawk at the nest, one of the juveniles out on the limb. I was not able to tell for sure which juvenile it was. I'd feel better if I saw both of them, but of course I was only down there for 5 minutes and the other one could easily just be resting in the nest. So it's sunny out right now. I'm gonna have to keep watching for pop-up showers though, and I've got the video recording. The one juvenile was out in the limb, was going back and forth. I'm pretty sure it's the older one, and was vocalizing like an adult, actually making real hawk calls versus just chattering when a parent came into the nest like they've been doing. So I don't know. I'll go back in a bit and watch. Hope they're both up there and doing well today. I'll feel better when I actually see both of them. Hey Donnie, there's a piece of cardboard up on the wall of the garage.
Yeah, that's right.
It looks a little more involved than I thought it was going to be. You got it under control?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew you did.
Right. Well, it's just, I had the cord coiled up, which of course from a heat point of view, it's only been that way for years. But this thing's 2006, so this thing is 13, I mean this thing is used, I've used it every year, all summer long. From 2006, I did the Katrina. Is when I finished. I started working on it the summer of before Katrina, because I think I've told the story before. Before I finished up all the sheetrock, the Katrina happened, and I was getting sheetrock for $4 a sheet. It went up to 12 bucks a sheet. You know, I actually felt that bite of the price increase. Anyway, long story short, I finished this thing in the fall of 2005, and I put the air conditioner in this by the time hot weather got here
in 2006,
it was in. So last year would have been its 13th full summer.
Well, with any luck, we'll get many more summers out of it.
No, that's what I'm sorry, I didn't make any sense. The reason I went through this long dissertation is I don't think this thing, we're going to go until it breaks, but I'm going to start going looking for a replacement on this thing. Because if you look, first of all, the coils are copper, which is good, but that power washer stuff has ate up the aluminum fin, so it isn't as efficient as it used to be.
Right.
Well, this steel compressor here, this
got some rust.
Right. I suspect it's going to rust through and the refrigerant's going to leak out pretty soon. So I believe this thing, we're going to run it until she don't work no more, but I don't think it's going to last a lot longer. I think it's going to develop a leak and it won't be cooling anymore. So at that point, there's no fixing this. This has actually served it
right
well, because at this point, when it craps out, there ain't well, Donnie, go look at the air conditioner, see if you can. No, we're just gonna replace it.
Well, I guess our only issue is, besides who wants to have to spend money on a new air conditioner, but we will because we need it out here, is one that will fit the hole.
Right, I will have to work. This was a, I don't know if they still make these kinds of things, but this was a through the wall, 16-inch on centers air conditioner. This was designed to go between two studs. And it was a tight fit because, like I said, I have this problem with 1/16, an eighth of an inch. And anyway, so it's like 15 inches across there between those two studs, because the 16th is 3/4. Anyway, the point is, I don't know if they make them. I haven't, this is the only one I've ever seen. I've never seen another air conditioner like this.
Right. Well, we'll hope. Start looking.
Well, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
If it messes with me too much, I'd just be cutting me a big hole and get me one of them like Johnny's got. And
right.
Although I don't really care about the U thing. But the point is, I have no problems with
adjusting the hole.
Adjusting the hole. If that's what it takes, I will adjust the hole.
Okay, yeah, because we all appreciate it being cool out here. You would think the cats would come in the summer when it's 95 or 100 degrees out, and they would want the cool too, but they really don't do that like they do in the winter. But all us humans, we appreciate it being cool out here.
Yeah, so I'm shortening the cord, and I'm going to put it back in there just as it is. I'm not going to mess with it. I might try to suck out
just
the bottom.
Vacuum the spider webs out or something.
Well, yeah, I don't want to, apparently, I don't know exactly where the drain hole is. This is one of those that's designed to take the water, it has a little water in the bottom, and it throws the water up on the coil. And that helps cool the condensing coil. And so we'll see.
Don's got it back in the wall. He says it's cooling. And we also did not vacuum it because he said it's too fragile to be fooling around in there, and I totally hear that. So yeah, hopefully it'll last us a couple more years. Be nice.
Yep, I would appreciate that.
Well, I let the FedEx guy out of the driveway, and I came over here and I spotted both babies, one on both sides of the nest. And I decided to go for the younger guy with the video that was in the nest. And by the time I looked back to the right, the guy that was on, the older guy, was moved trees and on another limb nearby. And then took off, like flew, like fledged, like left the nest. Now I took his picture up on that limb, but I didn't get the video of him leaving. You know, as manual focus and where do I point, and so much happened in like the span of 2 minutes. It was just, so this guy's all alone now, and his sibling has, his or her sibling has fledged like in a tree back behind. I think normally once they do that, they don't come back. What I had seen in the past was they hang out on the limb And then they hop to other limbs and they hang out there, and the parents kind of come and feed them on those limbs. So this guy, I mean, I guess he was ready to go. Maybe he can get back over there if he wants to, I don't know. Mom and Dad will find him and make sure he's fed, I'm sure. I have no doubt about that. I heard his lungs a few minutes ago. They won't have any trouble finding him, but like, wow, like it's earlier than I thought. Maybe my calculations are off. Maybe he's advanced. I don't know. I'm gonna leave the video on the nest and we'll go from there and see what happens. I'm sure the parents will be back to feed this one, and I don't know. I mean, hopping to a new limb, I get that, but like hopping to a new limb and then like almost immediately taking off, that's not behavior I've witnessed before. I know I missed yesterday, but still, that's not behavior I've witnessed before. I don't want him to go yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Don says it's time to
build a box.
I had to go grab my camera and bring it up because we had rain starting, and then the rain stopped again, and then there's more rain coming. Thankfully, we can work under the carport regardless. But I'm going to go down there and check on one more time at least on the babies. Or baby. Ruby looks pretty. I got her parked where I can go grab my camera really quick if I need to. Well, that is almost a box.
Well, it would be a box if I would go on and put a piece across, but I decided...
Not necessary.
Well, I just decided I ain't that good.
Well, I think you're that good.
Well, I've got to take this last board up.
Right, so you can get inside.
I got to do a little digging.
Right.
And I got to get it level. Everything's got to be level. I mean, right now it's level.
Right.
And then this piece got to be level, and then of course got to be level this way. And then wherever it goes is where it goes. And I probably need to work out where I want to put that last piece across there. But yeah, I should probably do that before I go a whole lot further.
While Don's doing his thing and doesn't need me holding or gophering, I'm doing my thing and digging. We're going on 5 o'clock and there's rain, too much rain for my camera to leave it out, so I'm pulling it for the night. I'll peek up there. I see the one baby. He's on the limb where the other one was before he flew off. He's looking down at me. The leveling here hasn't been very nice to Don, but he's working on it. So the steps are done. We're happy with them. Don is trying to sort out what we're doing at the very bottom. I don't know what the plan is. I'm waiting to see the plan. I got all my annuals planted, the impatiens, the begonias, and the coleus. I have not planted the little red coral bark maple yet, though. So Don says we're going to use the red stepping stones that were the walkway before, here right at the asphalt, but he's got to get it even and straight. This was the established maple and creeping Jenny, and this is the new coral bark maple, and I put some creeping Jenny and some rocks there just to keep the squirrels from coming and digging it up, because they would do that to me. I want to discourage them. My moss is still looking really good over here. I'm very pleased. I've been keeping it just moist.
And I wanted to do, but I figured, well, we've got all this.
It's looking good.
Well, yep.
All right, I want it on record.
That's right, I told her, you go get you a potted plant and you put that sucker right here and you christen it. You christen it the kitten walkway.
Okay. Well, I kind of did that with the red maple down on the other end, but you know, one at each end is good.
It's good. Have something right here.
Yeah, I agree.
It did all right. It, you know.
Well, the driveway's not level.
Right.
The stones are level, but the driveway's not level.
Right. Well, it's good enough.
It's good enough.
And what happened is, I I'm not a mason either, and I couldn't see my the safety glasses fogged up. I couldn't see a damn thing. So that's not bad for a blind guy.
I thought he cut as perfectly straight. I think it looks good.
Yeah, well, I'm downright giddy. I'm done. Yeah.
He's tired is what he really is.
Yeah, no more digging. Yeah. Now hopefully I've dug my last.
I don't want him digging because I don't want to listen to him while he's digging.
I don't like digging.
So does it meet with your approval? Huh? Tux? Does it meet with your approval? Well, there's Don's burger for burger night. The only thing that's missing that we probably would enjoy is a piece of tomato.